In modern day, in our era, yoga is often presented as a form of exercise, presented as stress release. But actually, it has a history much longer, but much deeper than that. One of the things that I often think is misunderstood in yoga is that yoga, in the practices that have evolved, and here all the different schools of thought across millennia have developed different sets of practices. But they all recognize that as human beings, we're often caught up in our own thoughts. And for example, if I have to wait for my thoughts to say, why don't you do yoga? Then it's really patchy. So there's this embedded principle of practice. Now, different schools of thought have different forms of practice. Some schools of thought have devotional practice. There are schools of thought in yoga that have chanting. Maybe some who devote themselves to a god. And so some of us, a few years back, I took a group or two groups to Varanasi in India. And you see these people come to the river and they make offerings. They light candles. There is all this ritual. And in those groups, there'll be people who are devotional, practicing devotion. But we would say they're practicing yoga. They devote themselves to whatever the form is. And our form is in the body. We work with asana and pranayama. And the nice thing about that is that it is both modern, meaning it's something we don't need to have a great depth of understanding. We don't need to align ourselves with any ideal or idea or group. We just practice. But Patanjali says that the practice should change you, should work on you. So I don't just practice when I feel like it. I don't just practice because it makes me feel good. Because the day I practice and it doesn't make me feel good, I give up. In yoga, there is a principle of questing. And there are 3 quests. They've got names. There's Bahiranga, Sadhana, Antaranga, and Antaratma Sadhana. And the principle of questing says, what if you really went on a journey? And historically, questing involves, first of all, leaving your comfortable place. Usually it's leaving home. But maybe your comfortable place is that you've ended your busy day and you're tired now and all you want to do is sit down. Put down what you know and go on a journey. And maybe that journey is to move, but it can also be a journey of commitment, of practice. What if you and I met every day in the practice? And I would say now it's starting to look like the basis of yoga. And another principle in questing is that you're going to have to simplify. You can't take everything with you. You can't take all the stuff of your life with you. And so you're going to have to let go of things in order to go on the journey. But what if every practice was a journey? And when you lie there, as you are now, I ask that you put down the day. Whatever happened in your day, just let go of it. And then you're going to have to meet whatever challenges come your way. You're going to have to respond to those challenges on this quest, this journey. And if a mountain stands in your way, you'll have to find a way over it, around it, under it. The classic quest historically was that you go and you meet whatever challenges. And people think about what they're going to get. I'm on a quest for. But the classic quest is that you become something along the way. And modern culture will turn that into a Harry Potter or whatever. But actually, Harry Potter comes out of that idea that along the way, you are changed. And if we hold that principle of questing, can you meet whatever challenges? Can you respond? A day in which you make your best personal effort has little value in a quest. I did a PB yesterday means nothing, because tomorrow's challenges will also need to be met. And that's how I often work with you. You as an individual may come every time. You may be here for a year or 10 years, more than 10. But I'll keep treating you like that. To me, yoga is a quest. It's a quest for understanding. I have good days and I have bad days, and I have good years and bad years. But the idea is that you'll go on and things will change in your life. Some things will get better, and some days and some periods things will be difficult. But a practice goes with you and you go through the practice. And what it develops, what I've seen it develop in people is, I'll say, a resourcefulness. There's a modern word, resilience. And I think, is it resilience? And I'm disinclined to use that word. I think resourcefulness. If I need to stay, how can I learn to stay in an asana? If I need to let go, can I learn to let go? To me, that's not resilience. I need to be adaptive, alert, responsive. And sometimes it takes me a long time to let go of some things. But that is the quest of yoga. And that quest will take you to somewhere you can't yet see. And at the same time, all it does is show you who you are. And so generally it's characterized, the principle of questing is characterized as you become or you clarify your true self.